This is my friend's Audi TT. He just bought it for $10,000, and in this video, we're gonna be doing some insane power mods to get this thing from 0 to 100 in 0.5 seconds. Not really, we're doing some little things, but it's gonna be pretty cool anyway, and it'll sound a little bit better. So let's get straight into it. Hope you guys enjoy the video. So, this is the mighty TT. And it needs some real TLT and TL. How do you say that? TLC. Is it TLC? TNC? TLC? Needs some TLC because, as you can see, the bonnet. Oh shit! It kind of does. Not really though.
No, it doesn't hold open at all.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna replace these first. So. I love how you picked like the fattest screwdriver possible for this. Do you want it up or down more? That'll come off. Yeah, there you go. They've been released. You can always look,
check this first.
You can look at the other side. Up? You want it up more? This is so much easier with two, and there you go, now it'll...
It's already doing it.
Cool.
Oh my.
So that's the first one, and it's basically already done. Second one, let's do it. I can't believe you did that. Wow, it pushes it up more with just the single one. Oh, get the angles. You could probably just yank it off, but maybe don't do that. Yeah, no, don't do that. Yeah, you got it. Go on, go on. Oh, no. Can you see? Yay! We did it. Me bomba! Hell yeah. All right, do the honors. Lift it up. Oh wow, that's so much nicer. Wow, look at that. Job one. Job one is now done. It's time to move on to job number 2, which is...
Indicators or air filter?
Let's do the indicators. We'll build up to the cool shit. So, see these? I hear that because they're clear, you lose, how much horsepower? 12? It's 12 horsepower because of these bad boys, so we're gonna change these over. Look at the angles. All right, all right. Oh, that was easier than I thought it would be. So how does this work?
You literally just...
Oh, okay, okay. Very good.
Is there any writing on it that tells me what?
I reckon they're universal, because you could, that will go into the square part. Oh, I kind of see what you mean,
so
actually. Why don't we just plug it in before we put it in and see what happens? That thing looks very fat compared to the bulb.
No one could do this. Oh, okay, right.
All right, go put the hazards on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Other one.
Do you reckon it's backwards?
Yeah, this way looks better.
Well,
Oh no, that's the right way though.
That is the way it goes, yeah.
Okay, okay, so this one is the right one.
We'll just...
Gotta get the...
Cable management. Cable...
Oh, why is this looking a sick angle? No way do they just sit loose. Oh, that's sad. Oh, Ben. Ben, what have you done? I think I know why. Can you hold this?
Because you need that spring to stay there, right?
Wow, I think it's the wrong size.
Check my AliExpress purchase.
That's so sad. No way. Unless you just have to leave it like... Wow, I don't know if that's going to work, you know, Ben. I don't think that's going to work. If you got some like 3M tape, it would. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but... Oh wait, do you push it? Now this one's loose too. Oh, it's because you broke this when you pulled it out.
Oh.
So now this one also won't stay in. Okay, well let's go get some 3M tape. Bro, kill the recording. So evidently we have miscalculated the AliExpress turn signals, and surprisingly the AliExpress parts that we ordered for like, how much were they? $5?
Thank you.
$6. So the $6 parts actually don't fit the car. So we're gonna go and get some tape and stick them on. All right, the mighty TT. We're gonna move on. We're gonna do this next because we can. Oh, sick thumbnail. Let's get the thumbnail. Thumbnail. All right, we're gonna do this now. This is gonna hopefully give us some crazy noises. For those of you who haven't installed an air filter into your car before, the process is pretty simple. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be removing the front casing and then the airbox itself to take out the old filter and put in the new one. It's a pretty simple job, but I'm going to speed it up so you guys can have a look at how we do it. So as we can see here, this bolt was being a little bit annoying to get off, so Ben had to go and get a different screwdriver. Usually I just use the same Phillips head, but I'd push it a little harder so it doesn't strip the bolt, as we can see. However, the Phillips head was going to work. Now that the bolt's disconnected, we can remove the MAF sensor, which controls the airflow going into the car. So that's disconnected, and as you can see, we're pulling apart the airbox itself. It's about to come off, and then we'll be able to get to the filter once this finally opens up. As you can see, we have what can only be described as professional mechanical knowledge. So instead of disconnecting this hose, what we're going to do is move the whole airbox to the side, and then now we have access to the filter. Just let it hang. Should be right. All right. Oh, she's looking dirty.
She's looking.
Oh, it's all cracked. Any crap in the bottom? There is not.
Right.
No way you have a cold air intake. Look, you have a little, it feeds in.
That's why I wouldn't even replace it.
Where does it feed in from? These are fake vents.
Or it might be down there.
It's fake vents. How's it looking?
Pretty dirty.
It's actually not that dirty. It's just, that's just kind of like grease.
No, these need replacing.
You reckon?
Diddy.
Okay. I've got the angles.
She's in.
Now that the air filter is finally in, we're going to get those really nice turbo noises that we're hoping for. Later in the video, we're going to get some shots while we're driving and stationary, so definitely stick around for those because it actually sounds better than you'd expect. As most things with cars go, putting the stuff back on is the same as it was taking it off, just in reverse. So that's what we're going to do now. But there is something that we may have made a slight miscalculation or mistake on, and you guys are going to see what that is in about 10 seconds. So let's see what happens. Oh fuck. Can you spot the issue? I'll zoom in for you so you can have a better look. That is a loose vacuum line, and we're about to find out what happens when you leave that unplugged.
Where's the sensor?
Oh shit.
I'm playing, bro.
Which ones? Alright, we're gonna get a little bit of a sound check. Hold on, let me get the mic. We're waiting. We're waiting. Yeah, yeah. Oh shit. Now we didn't realize yet what we'd actually done. We thought the car was just freaking out because of the filter, but what a vacuum line does is they control kind of a bunch of different stuff in the car, but the more important stuff is that it sends vacuum to the turbo, wastegate, and all that type of stuff. So like the sensors and everything to do with the car's air, they control stuff like that. I don't actually know, I'm not a mechanic, but that's what ChatGPT told me just now. So what we work out right now is one of them actually slipped off completely and was just open to the air. So I don't really know what that will have done to the car, but we got it fixed and it sorted itself out. So I think it's okay. There's a leak, like it's a boost leak or something. Can you hear that? It's like sss. Oh shit. Okay. Is there a hole in this pipe somewhere? What is that? Like, what could that possibly be?
I don't know.
Found it. So this.
Oh.
Hold on, let me get it.
Yeah, you're right.
So this wire was not on the car, and I'm guessing it's just some kind of vacuum line. So hopefully it just goes back on.
Oh.
Now that we've actually got the vacuum line on the car properly, we'll be able to hear what it actually sounds like, and it'll run like an engine should run, not misfiring and doing weird stuff. But here we go. Go on, give it a little bit more. I'd say that was a success, personally. I think that went really well. Bit scary, but
do a good edit on that though.
we fixed it. Yeah, it's done up now. So yeah, job well done. Aside from a vacuum line,
Check all your lines.
Yeah, if anyone knows what that was, tell us. Anyway,
Plate lights.
now onto the real mods. Some more AliExpress parts.
How come standard?
So see how those are yellow? We're going to be changing those out for some LED ones. So I have no idea how this is going to go or if it's going to work. But we're going to try. Once again, in our infinite mechanical wisdom that we both share, we decided to pry at the lights with a screwdriver before consulting any type of research on how this goes. So if you guys have ever pried at anything with a screwdriver, then you're probably going to work out what happens next. Oh, fuck's sake. Try sliding it to the side with this. Push it that way.
There you go. So you want to...
Yay! We did it!
Yeah, we did it.
So this next part was kind of weird. The lights were kind of just plugged in by cables. So what we needed to do was remove both of the cables and then plug them into the new lights, which I found kind of strange. I've done this to my car and it was an actual electrical connector like you would connect anything in a car, but this is kind of just like two cables. So we worked it out and we ended up working it out and doing it in the end, but I thought it was a little weird. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. No, those are the same ones.
Who's that?
Yay! It works!
Yeah.
I love how you take off the protective tape and then immediately touch it to push it in.
Oh, yeah.
Until we get some 3M tape for this as well. Oh!
Holy shit. AliExpress part that fits. Does it still turn on?
Well, actually, I think you broke a bunch of it. It turns on, but there's a bunch of broken plastic in it
just
now.
don't worry about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Here you can really see what I was talking about, how you're kind of just connecting the male and the female parts together and there's not really much else to them. So I found that a little weird, but it's okay. They ended up working in the end. Turn them on? Bro, they both just turned off. Nah, I'm playing.
Sure.
We're in. Okay. What's next?
What's next?
The CarPlay? Little did we know what we're about to walk into when we started doing this CarPlay. We've discovered somebody's masterful work.
So remember that one of these plugs into there.
Yeah, so I think this will control all the speakers anyway.
That's the factory thing, but we need this, I'm pretty...
Now, I don't want to drag this video out for half an hour, so I'm going to summarize pretty much everything that happened over the next hour. So firstly, we worked out that there was all of these cables stuffed behind, and I guess they were there to make the aftermarket Alpine one work, because it wasn't the original one. But anyway, so after we'd worked all that stuff out, we got down to the actual original connectors, and they actually did plug into the unit. However, there was something broken or changed with the speakers. So when we plugged it in, the CarPlay signal would turn on, but there'd be no signal. I'll put a clip of that in now. Just go to Spotify. Okay, still nothing. So yeah, CarPlay was working in the end, but there was no signal, no nothing. It was just a real big mess around, pretty much. So yeah, we ended up taking it to an audio shop and they ended up sorting it out. So I'm going to put in the clip now of after we got the car back and it was all working. And also we ended up doing some of the other stuff off camera because it got dark and we couldn't really film anything in the dark, unfortunately. But it's all done now, so here's what happened after. Yo, okay, so we're back. Oh fuck. Okay, so we're back. It's been a couple days, obviously. I'm in different clothes, I think. I don't remember what I was wearing. But finally, everything is actually done. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a show around of all of the completed stuff on the TT because, well, what happened was we got a little bit sidetracked and ended up, it got dark and we had to go buy stuff and it was just a bit of a mess around, really. So it's all good now and we'll give it a little bit of a show. So first up, we have the indicators. As you can see, I think we need a demonstration from the man himself, the owner. Let's see. Hey, and they indicate, which is really good, which is exactly what we wanted. So that's cool. What else did we do? The airbox. You want to give it a couple revs? Actually, I've got a few videos. I'll insert the clip of the turbo flutter from the K&N filter, which is pretty nice. Yeah, the super crazy power mods. So as you can see, there's LED lights on the plate now. They're nice and bright, which is always good, which is what we like to see. It actually does make a big difference to be honest. But look, that's fine. What else did we do? Did we do I'm gonna sneak peek of what's inside. Oh yeah, the interior bulbs are also LEDs now, which is cool. And then this is kind of like the coolest thing, in my opinion. Okay, so this is what we couldn't get. So what did you end up doing, Ben? Yes. Oh wait, you want sit in the car and tell the audience what you actually ended up doing to get it to work.
Well, I had to solder every single wire.
Yeah, and then it didn't work.
Because I didn't plug in one of the wires.
Was it a fuse or what?
Well, I think I popped a fuse while soldering, so we changed that, and then I also forgot to plug one of the things that I had soldered back in. So I'd done the solder successfully, and I was like, oh great, I plugged it into the back of your head unit. Why is it not on? One of the other harnesses further down the line wasn't plugged in.
Well, this guy's a mechanic. Anyway, well, they ended up taking it to a shop. They sorted it out, and let's get a demonstration. Does it work? So only half of the screen actually works. How did we not notice that when we were just fucking around with it? It never actually turned on, did it? Like properly.
Maybe I broke it is the other option, but...
Do you reckon when you were soldering something broke? Oh.
Or I just whacked the screen.
Maybe. I reckon you should still try to get your money back, because if we want to skip a song, or if Ben you can't. Which is a bit unfortunate. And then what else that was it, hey? That's all the stuff we've done to the TT. I'd say successful job. We just went for a little drive, which is why we got the chance to actually do this video. So here's the SLK. In the next video, you're gonna see me doing a couple of things that are already half done on the car. So the boot struts were broken, so I've done that. So those work now. What else? I'll wrap the other side of this in a color. And in the next video, I'm gonna do the camber bushings. So that's something I've never done before. So we'll do that. So I'm either gonna do a smaller supercharger pulley and some maintenance stuff in the engine. But either way, we're gonna be ripping out the supercharger, which is gonna be totally awesome. I love doing manual labor and ripping off my intake manifold, supercharger, the belt, the airbox, everything. But that's okay. What else needs to be done? That's about it. And then after that, maybe a tune, maybe some coilovers, and there's some nice side skirts I kind of want to get. But yeah, that's all for the video from the TT or the R8, the mini R8. But yeah.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We'll be back with more power.